5. Sinbad the Sailor. Chapter 1. Lost at Sea. Sinbad was a merchant's son. His father died, and he left his son all his money. Sinbad did not have to work, so he spent his time playing games and talking with his friends. Soon most of the money was gone. Sinbad thought, "I must earn more money. I will buy some goods and take them to another country. There I will sell them." Sinbad bought many things. He packed them carefully in boxes. Then he went to the harbor. There were many ships in the harbor. Sinbad chose one that was going to many countries. "I have goods to sell," he told the captain of the ship. "I will pay you well to take me with you." The captain agreed to take Sinbad, and the next day the ship sailed from the harbor. The ship visited many countries. In each country, Sinbad sold goods and bought more goods to sell. For many months he bought and sold goods and became rich. Then the ship came to an island. It was a strange island. There were no trees or plants on it. Sinbad and some of the sailors went by small boat to the island. They walked about the island. "This is a very strange island," Sinbad thought. "Nothing grows on it." Suddenly he heard a shout. He looked back at the ship. The captain was shouting and waving. "Come back! Come back!" he was shouting. "You're not on an island. You're walking on the back of a giant fish." Sinbad and the other sailors ran to their small boat, but they were too late. The giant fish dived, and they were all thrown into the water. Sinbad swam for many hours. "I cannot swim forever," he thought. "Soon I shall drown." Then a large piece of wood floated near him. It was a piece of the small boat. He took hold of the piece of wood. He held on to it and floated for many days. Then he came to an island. He walked out of the sea onto the beach. There were men with horses on the beach. "Who are you? Where are you from?" one of the men asked him. "My name is Sinbad, and I am a merchant," he said. "I thought I was standing on an island, but it was a giant fish. It dived and threw me into the water. I survived by holding on to a piece of wood. We will take you to our master, King Mirjan. He will help you return to your own country." King Mirjan was kind to Sinbad. He gave him food and clothes and a place to stay. He gave him work. "You can work for me," he said, "until you find a ship to take you home. Many ships come to my harbor. You can check their cargo for me." Sinbad worked for the king for many years. He checked the cargo of all the ships that came into the harbor. He asked the captains of all these ships to take him home. None of them knew the name of his country. None of the sailors knew the name of his country. "It must be very far away," they said. One day, many years later, Sinbad said to the captain of a ship, "What cargo do you have?" "Only some boxes. They belong to a merchant who sailed with me, but he drowned." "What was the merchant's name?" Sinbad asked the captain. "Sinbad," the captain said. "I am Sinbad," Sinbad said. "Those boxes are mine." Sinbad was now much older. The captain did not recognize him. "You are lying," he said. "Sinbad drowned. I saw the giant fish dive and take Sinbad and some other sailors with him." "I can prove that the goods are mine," Sinbad said. "I can tell you what is in the boxes." Sinbad then told the captain what was in each box. The captain said, "I now believe you. You are lucky to be alive. You may have your boxes." Sinbad took his boxes and opened them. He took a present for the king out of a box. Then he took this present to the king. He told the king about the ship. "At last I can go home," he said. The next day the ship sailed. The ship visited many countries on its way back home. Sinbad bought and sold goods and became rich again. He arrived home safely and bought a fine house and many servants.